Hey there riders, Journo Kris here today. Let's talk ergonomics of the Kawasaki Ninja 1000 SX. I'm 180 centimeters, I'm 70 kilos or so, and I'll give you an idea of how the bike suits me and how that may work for you. The seat height on this machine is 835 millimeters, so that is probably fairly normal for a sports bike, and touring bikes tend to be on the taller side of things as well. And while they've done a good job in narrowing it down towards the front of the seat, it's still a reasonably wide seat because that's what gives you the comfort for the long ride. So as far as the seat height itself, for me at 180 centimeters, 32-inch inseam, it's pretty much ideal, I've got to say. Now, I'm not on the most even of ground here, actually, as you can see. I've just picked a nice bit of road off from some twisties, and I've got both feet down flat. I've just got my regular riding boots, not my adventure boots with a bigger sole on them. And, you know, there's a little bit of extra room in it there. It could be a little bit taller, and I still don't think I'd have any issues getting a foot to the ground. As you can see here, reach to the bars, you know, fairly upright, maybe a tiny bit canted forward for me, but I'm longer in the legs and shorter in the torso, and probably not the arms, but shorter in the torso. Very natural reach to those bars, really nice neutral seating position as far as the upper body, as I said in my full review, and everything just falls to hand perfectly there. You know, using all those controls on the switch blocks, everything like that, perfect for me. I've got a, you know, like a size large glove hand, large to extra large, just as a point of comparison. And obviously you do have the adjustable levers. However, for me, the controls overall, ideal. The foot controls is something a little bit different. The seat to peg ratio, I think, does keep me with my weight through those pegs for the general riding. I tend to like that coming from a sports bike background. I've never been someone who likes to be kind of lounging on the bike. I like to feel engaged, but it's a little bit on the sportier side of things as far as that seat to peg ratio. And that's going to be a personal choice as to whether you like it. But you might just find that that ratio is on the shorter side of things. But overall, I really like the overall seating position and the ergonomics of this bike. There's good wind protection from that screen. I've been riding in the most uppermost position, which kind of pushes the air as high as it'll go and over you. I was getting a bit in the helmet, which is something to keep in mind. Wasn't getting much in the chest, but you can adjust that really easily too. It's just a latch, you adjust it, locks into place, you're good to go. They don't recommend doing that on the run. If you were to damage that mechanism and that's flapping around, that's going to be bad, obviously. So I would probably follow their advice on that one. Good vision through the mirrors, really good. Obviously, again, sports touring machine, having good vision is important because if you've got someone on the back and you've got luggage and stuff, you need to be able to see what's going on around you. The other thing I will say is this bike, 236 kilos, it does not feel like a 236 kilo bike, except when I rolled it onto the grass at a bit of an angle and then had to push it back up. Then it felt like a 236 kilo bike. At all other times, you know, on the flat, it feels pretty regular for a 200 kilo bike. As far as riding it, that weight is imperceptible. I didn't really at any time feel like I noticed that weight. So while it is a 236 kilo machine, I think that you might be surprised at how manageable it is. And particularly once you get it moving at low speeds, it's very easy to ride, very easy to maneuver around, and nice light handling, nice wide bars which give you plenty of input. But it shouldn't be a bike which is intimidating to you unless you literally can't reach the ground at all. On the Pillion side of things, you've got the Pillion perch just kind of a little bit higher behind you, reasonable reach to their pegs as well, probably a similar ratio to the rider pegs, so it's going to keep them, you know, it's a sporty side of touring as far as that aspect of the ergonomics. They've got these great handrails, which are also what mount the panniers, which is nice to see. Integrated luggage mounting and something to hold on to or something to strap things down to on the back. that's what we want. Otherwise, as far as the ergonomic side of things, I think I already mentioned the adjustable levers. You don't have a USB or anything like that. I think that's an optional accessory that you can fit. And this is adjustable suspension, so you've got a fair bit of room to adjust within that system. I did actually add some preload on the rear, and that really helped as a lighter rider. I was really happy with really how much that affected the ride of the bike. So it was good to see there's the adjustable suspension, but this is the Ninja 1000 SX. It's not the SE, which has the electronic suspension on it. And personally, I prefer paying less for the, traditional suspension system. Get it sorted for you, figure out if you've got someone on the rear, how you adjust that for the extra rider weight, and you should be really, really happy. These are 19 grand on road here in Australia, so that's the Australian price. And I think these fall on the value end of things as far as a sports touring machine, which again, I think they've done well in the past for that. And certainly I think this bike will do well for the same reason. It's a real looker. It's a really manageable machine. I would definitely recommend checking on one if you're interested. As I said, 32-inch inseam for me, it's pretty much perfect. 30-inch, you might start to have to get onto tippy toes, but for me, I'm flat footing it, no dramas whatsoever. And as I said, I'm 180 centimeters. If you've got any questions about the bike, let me know. I will do my best to answer them. This has just been a very quick test on MotoHub from Castle Hill's demo bike. Really big thanks to them for letting me test it for the day, and I'll be back soon. Thanks for watching, stay safe out there.